How you doing, guardians of YouTube? Today I want to talk to you guys about parenting. Specifically about the transgenderism thing going on in regards to kids. How some parents are taking their kids to the doctors to either chemically change their children's sex, basically to stop certain hormones from developing and introducing other hormones to instigate the beginning of a sex change. And some parents are doing this at a very young age. But the question I have for you guys is not about those parents. The question I have is about a hypothetical situation. Let's say someone has a boy and a girl, right? And basically their boy tells them, I'm not a boy, I'm a man. And their daughter tells them, I'm not a girl, I'm a woman. To the point where these parents decide, you know what, I'm gonna take my two children to the doctor. And my boy, I'm gonna start introducing him to testosterone and other hormones that us men have, and basically kickstart their puberty at an early age, and do this to their boy and do the same thing to their girl. Let's say age 5, let's say age 10, either or, like whatever number you choose, right? Are these parents crazy if they choose to do that? Do you think those parents, it's a form of child abuse, what they're doing? Do you think they're gonna get their children taken away from them? Do you think it warrants that type of action to be taken against what they're doing? Do you think the doctors that are going through with these two processes, you think they should be held liable? Because from my perspective, I don't think that's worse than trying to change their boy into a girl and their girl into a boy. I don't think it's as extreme as that, but it is extreme, because back in the days, I remember there was a kid called Hercules, and they called him Hercules because he was a young boy, but he was extremely fit, and his dad, ever since his son was a baby, he started him on exercises, and the exercises they were doing, it wasn't, he didn't even introduce them to hormone therapy and stuff like that. But yet, even though they weren't introduced to hormone therapy, people assumed that he was basically giving his kids steroids. Now, the weird part about that is they did end up taking this kid away from the father. Even though the child said no, that his father had never gave him anything other than a strict diet and a strict workout regime and nothing more. And I'm sorry for hiding the phone. There was just a police officer next to me, and the last thing I want is to get pulled over at 3 o'clock in the morning. So this man ended up losing his child back in the day. And then recently I ran into another article where basically this father, he was taking steroid gel. I guess his testosterone was low, and he was putting on testosterone cream. And basically this cream was rubbing off on his son. Obviously, when he plays with the son or touches the son. And basically it had kickstarted his puberty at the age of 5, and this 5-year-old boy started developing male parts, like as if a man. He started his puberty at age 5. And even though the parent swears up and down that it was an accident, it was a weird situation because the kid's testosterone was that of a full-grown adult. Now, once this kid started developing pubic hair and under armpit hair, and you guys can check it out, and other effects started happening, and they basically went to the doctor, and then they stopped. I guess the dad stopped using this cream, and I don't know how this came to light, but the point I'm trying to make is, if a parent did it on purpose, in today's day and age, how would people react? Do you think people would be as protective of that as they are with this transgender movement? Like, we have teachers teaching these kids about, if you think you're a boy or if you think you're a girl, we'll call you by that, or there was a teacher that was dressing the teacher was dressing this boy as a girl, basically in skirts, and the father found out and was hysterical about it. There's all this stuff happening, and somehow these people are protected. They're not losing their jobs. These kids aren't being taken away from their parents for some type of abuse, and basically all of clinical psychology, everything we know about it, has gone out the window, and it's basically a free-for-all in terms of experimenting on kids with the parents' consent, and the doctors aren't losing their jobs and stuff like that. Even though when doctors get hired, like they get their doctor's degree, they have to take an oath not to harm people, and based on medical science, that's a disorder. And for doctors to start doing this to kids, they're basically going against everything they took an oath for, and so I'm curious, what do you guys think about the example I brought up? Do you think how do you guys feel about it? Do you think it warrants the kids being taken away? Just turning his boy into a man, turning his girl into a woman, just at a very young age. What do you guys think? I genuinely want to know you guys' opinion in regards to the world we're living in right now, and how you guys feel about that. You guys have a nice day. Bye.